Hello everybody, welcome back to Classroom Gaming, and today we're here with the first episode of the series I've been promising you for about a month. SCP Containment Files, I think that's the name. I've been a bit out of touch with YouTube and a few personal problems. I'll probably just talk about it now, to be fair. There's no reason why I can't. One, I'm ill. I think you can tell I sound like a prick. And two, my dog, my eldest dog Louis, has been having some issues recently. And he's basically been in for some blood tests due to excessive peeing, standing around like just aimlessly, kind of not really knowing what to do. And after rinsing us for all the money we had, they're honestly, fucking surgeries and blood tests for dogs are stupid. But that's how they get paid. I do understand it. But we've kind of come to a conclusion. We've reached kind of common ground that maybe Louis probably has dementia. He hasn't been diagnosed with it yet. I guess it's incredibly hard to diagnose a dog with dementia because it's a brain thing, and obviously a dog can't tell you the symptoms like a human can. But it looks like it is. So we're kind of going to treat it like that. But yeah, all's fine. He's old anyway. It's not like he's, young and it's a new thing. He's an old dog. We expect problems, but we'll still look after him. And I'm not really ready for him to go yet, but it's not about me. But anyway, let's get less depressing. Let's go on to the topic of the video. SCP, Containment Files, Breach, whatever it's called. I don't know if anybody knows what SCPs are. Basically, SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. Basically, it's like it's a fictional world that the internet created, where this facility catches anomalies around the planet that aren't normal. That's why they're called anomalies, and they contain them in a facility. And everybody can go on there. Everyone can go on there and submit a story. Basically, creating your own SCP has to have a number. Say, the most common SCPs are 173, 096. That's all I know. That's off the top of my head. That's all I can really think of. But obviously, the two most popular ones are 173, which is the statue that only moves when you blink, and 096. Others call it the Rake, but it's called the Shy Guy. And basically, he's someone that if you look into his eyes, or it can even be through a photograph, he will not stop until he kills you. And the worst thing about it is nothing can hold him. It can hold him unless you see him. Then nothing can hold him. It's like you looking into his eyes gives him enormous power. But anyway, the SCP that we're going to be talking to in today's episode, talking about in this episode, isn't actually a person or a traditional anomaly. And as a matter of fact, I thought I'd kick this series off with a bit of a different one. Now, this SCP isn't, as I just said, it's not an anomaly, but it's kind of like I guess you could call think of SCP as a series. What we'd be talking about would be like a spin-off. So we're going to be talking about SCP-001. Now, there is already an SCP-001, but that's like an anomaly, basically. The anomaly, the one that we're talking about today, is not really I guess it is an anomaly and it is an entity, so it's like I can't really say it's not that, but it's not like a singular person like SCP other 001 is. This one is called When Day Breaks, and again it's set in another universe of the main SCPs, and basically it's what the sun basically just stops giving life and brings death. So one day out of nowhere, the sun just goes red, right? And it just starts turning people into ooze. No warning, no nothing. Just starts doing it. Everybody who's caught with any sort of ray on their skin is instantly turned to ooze. And the thing, when they're that ooze, they're still alive, but it's not a very good life. And basically, some of those oozes, like ooze of different people, can mix. And if they mix, they will go about at night trying to lure people outside, or not just night, they'll go out night and day, but they'll basically go out and try and lure people into the sun to be turned as well. So that's the SCP. Obviously most of the planet instantly fucking dies. I guess it was, set in Europe or something. Unfortunate. Or Asia. Just killing most of everyone. Well, again, not really killing, but you get what I mean. Now, the only thing I have, the only problem I have with this SCP is that apparently it's safe to go out at night. So when you go out at night, you can go out unprotected and be perfectly fine. Which I don't understand at all, because the moon is a reflection of the sun. Like, that light is. The moonlight's a reflection of sunlight. So I don't really get that. Maybe it's like the sun itself has to be looking at you, I don't know. But when it is daylight, you can go out as long as you're protected. Every inch of you is protected with, like, heavy layers of clothing, etc. But yeah. And now the facility somehow can still manage to function through this event. Again, they are prepared for anything. Even if they have significantly less workers, and they have safe places for people to go to. And that's basically that SCP. Again, I can't really tell you that much. It was a bit of a weird. I guess looking back on it now, it's probably one of the weirder ones to start the show off with, because or start the series off with, because it don't really kind of explain too much. Like if I was doing an episode on, like, if I was doing a video on the Rake or Shy Guy, whatever you want to call him, or 173, then I guess you could well, I could give loads of facts about them. Obviously given research, but when you research 001, not much really comes up because it's not one of the most popular ones. I thought I'd start it off with a less popular one, so you guys know what you're in for, and then I can then talk about the popular ones, and you guys will kind of know a bit more. Maybe the other way around probably would have been better. I don't know. I don't know why I thought about it like that. But yeah, that's SCP-001. And do you guys think that you could survive it? Obviously, given that you weren't out in the sun when it happened. Say, for instance, I don't know, maybe you're in your bedroom with the wood curtains drawn. Do you think you could survive? You'd have to be closed off from the sun at all times. And bearing in mind that ooze, by the way, I forgot to mention, can mimic the sounds of your loved ones. So you'd have them taunting you outside, begging you to come out to the sunlight. Yeah, it's a really joyous occasion. So, a lot of people, maybe a lot of people's fantasies, if you messed up. But yeah, that's SCP-001. Next episode will probably be 173. Yeah. Alright, yeah, 173. And that'll come out next week. Or this week. Depending on what. Maybe I'll probably get them done before Halloween. I don't know. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to control expectations, because I know what I'm like, and knowing me, I'll probably catch another illness. Against biology, in my luck, it probably happened. So, yeah, that's it. See ya.